This is Ian Bailey with Ian on Torah. Today we're going to speak about the book of Esther with the person, the biblical character Esther, and draw some lessons for everyday life and possibly actually for women in specific. We read the book of Esther on Purim, and the different midrashim speak about what attributes Esther had. There are actually a couple different sets of midrashim that speak about 7 nevios, 7 women prophets that match up with the men prophets. You've heard of the Ushpizin, that match up with the 7 Sfirot, Avraham, Yitzhak, Yaakov. There are actually female prophetesses as well. Different midrashim link Esther to Malchut, to the attribute of kingship or kingliness, queenliness, monarchy. And other midrashim and my personal reading of Esther relates very much to the midah of Tiferes. So we're going to use these midot to explain messages behind her life and what she did. And we're also going to say that each of these qualities they're actually both true. Because in Judaism we can have different bechinot, different aspects, different levels to the same story. So if you look at the book of Esther, already the sages in the Gemara and Megillah make many inferences about the story to give messages and literary analysis. Through inferences they show that Esther was someone who was very appealing to many different kinds of people. She could seem like this nation or that nation. Everyone liked her. And also, interestingly enough, when she went to Achashverosh, sort of the opposite happened. She did not ask for any makeup or appurtenances to enhance her. So on the one hand, she could be very appealing to different people. And on the other hand, there was certain plainness about her. So I think the first message relates to Tiferes. Tiferes relates to symbolism, metaphor, so therefore it relates to creativity. Within a song is a certain type of musical metaphor for an idea that's never expressed, but it's shown. The same thing, acting, being an actress, is a creative medium, because you're capturing a certain personality, you're capturing a certain way of living with a message. So Esther had a certain ability through Tiferes to act in different ways that people found her appealing, and she could use that if she wanted to. If you want to get very specific, advanced midos analysis, she could have been she could have been Tiferes Yisod. She could have been creative and also charming like Yosef. Everyone thought Yosef was appealing. In any event, she was a certain type of appealing creative actress. However, when it came to Achashverosh, who was looking for women in a crazy, aggressive way, looking for all different types of women, she was able to actually ask for nothing. She did not want anything, and that itself was appealing, to not act. Pretty powerful. And it even says that Esther could seem like a young girl, a maiden, or an old, experienced woman to people. It was possible. So the first message is that, especially for creative women, but many women in general and some men, many people have a talent to act like someone else, but many people are forced to act like someone else against their will. Have you in your life, or just someone they're expected to be the actor, the funny kid, and you always had to be funny. Maybe they're expected to act a certain way by a boyfriend or significant other. The first message is creativity, acting is good, but it can be harmful and stressful. And on top of that, Achashverosh liked Esther because she did not have any additional things on top of her. She was just herself. So a powerful message is that being yourself is actually more compelling than the acting. So message number 1 is being yourself is extremely important. At the same time, we will use the midah of Malchut to show that sometimes acting like someone else is important. The Midrash says, how do you know that Esther was Malchut? Was she a queen? Well, she was a queen, but we don't see a lot of power until the end of the story. And even then, she's asking for things, and she's more receptive and influential than powerful. Vatilbash Esther Malchut. Esther wore Malchus. Let's start with Esther first. Esther had to pretend like she was Malchut and not some, more simple, creative, or just simple person. She had to pretend like she was Malchut in order to rise to the situation. So the same thing is with us. If we have a stressful situation or something really strong we have to do, sometimes we have to gird ourselves, to use a biblical term, gird ourselves, and get up that strength to act in a way that we're strong and we're powerful. And I think a lot of women feel this way. Both men and women have strengths and weaknesses, but overall, biologically, maybe women have a weaker they have weaker physiology, biology, and women. Many women have a certain emotional side to them. We'll speak about it in a gender post one time. But more often than not, women might feel, more often than men, women might feel put upon and pushed away, and even men feel this way. But men and women, whoever you are, you feel the need to gird yourself, and you have to become an actor to stand up to the evil or to the tough situation. So this message for Purim and the fast of Esther is that we should all learn from Esther that we need to. The acting is good, being our authentic self is better, but sometimes we have to use acting to defeat the difficulties in our life, and especially poignant for women to learn from this prophetess role model Esther.